Hi guys, I'm going to get right into this tutorial. I'm going to be using low-end and high-end makeup, low-end in one side of my face and high-end in another. This is the Maybelline primer, so I'm going to be using on my left side and the Makeup Forever Step 1 on the right side. This is the high-end Too Faced primer, and this is the low-end Thank Me Later by Elizabeth Mott. I hope I'm spelling or saying that right, M-O-T-T. Guys, I forgot to record the application of my eyebrows, but I am showing you guys here what I use. The ColourPop eye pencil is for my low end, and the Anastasia Brow Wiz is for my high end. And here I'm going to be jumping into the carving out my eyebrows with this one's the NARS for my high end. It's a NARS concealer, and then on my left side I'll be using my Fit Me concealer, and to be honest, I love my Fit Me concealer better than my NARS. Alright guys, so I'll be using the Too Faced Peach palette. This is brand new, and I'll be using the white peach in the palette for my whole lid. I'll be using the Murphy for my low end, and it's the Murphy 35N. It does not have a name, but I'm pointing it out here. This is the one that I'm using for my whole entire lid. Alright guys, so I'm using the color Summer Yum in the peach palette, and I absolutely love this color, but right now this palette is out of stock. So if you guys want to duplicate this color, you'll see that Makeup Geek has a color called Cocoa Bear. The only thing about Cocoa Bear is that the pigment is not as deep when you're putting it on, so you have to keep reapplying. But if you can notice that it is the same exact color. Now when you're putting it on, if you're noticing, it's a little lighter, but you just have to keep building it up. Alright, so I'm using Luscious with my Sweet Peach palette, and this eyeshadow is very shimmery and very pigmented. I love it. But again, if you cannot get a hold of this palette, or you don't want to spend the money for this palette, Makeup Geek has the Grandstand. Now, it's not as pigmented with the brush, and I wish I would have used my fingers, because when you dab your finger on to the eyeshadow, the Grandstand eyeshadow is more pigmented. So what I did, I reapplied a couple times. Now I'm going back with my white peach eyeshadow just to put it in my eyebrow bone, and I'm just cleaning out my fallouts that I didn't have much. Alright guys, so I'm using Makeup Forever, the HD High Definition Foundation, and I cannot say anything bad about this at all because it is an amazing foundation, and I'm using my artist brush that again I love and I have no issues, but they're both pricey. So now I'm using the CoverGirl True Blend, and I found a dupe for my artist brush that I bought a while ago, but it is smaller, so the brush itself was a little bit harder because the brush was smaller. So I do want to buy a bigger artist dupe for an artist brush to see if they feel the same. And if you notice, my True Blend looks yellow, but as you notice now, it oxidized in my face, so now I look like a normal person, not like Oompa Loompa. No, Oompa Loompa is orange, not yellow. So here I'm using the Fit Me concealer that I absolutely love. I have no issues with Fit Me concealer. Actually, I buy like 3 or 4 all the time because it's one of my favorites concealer, because it does not make me look cakey whatsoever. Alright guys, so here I'll be using the NARS Radiant Cream Concealer, and this does make me look cakey, guys. I don't know why. I think I'm the only one in the whole wide world that does not like the NARS foundation or the concealer. But, you know, everybody's face is different. So what I do with this is not put as much, but to be honest, it still looks cakey on me. I don't know why. Alright guys, so I'll be using the Laura Mercier translucent powder, and I don't care if this is pricey, I love it. It works 100%. I have no issues, does not make me look cakey whatsoever. So yeah, now here I am using the NYX Studio Finish powder, and this does not make me look cakey, but it's so powdery that the powder goes, half of the powder goes in the air. Alright guys, so this is Laguna by NARS, and I love it. I had no issues with it, but the only thing is that, you know, it's really expensive. So if you guys do not want to splurge or spend so much money, the e.l.f. contour palette has the exact same color. It's pretty amazing, and you guys can tell right here when I put it on, my first swipe it looks exactly the same as my Laguna. So yeah. Alright guys, so here I'll be using the Natasha Denona, the Sheer Peach Nude, and I like this palette a lot, but it's a little bit of a fallout, but it's very pigmented. And then when I use my dupe, it's going to be the Milani Blossom Time Rose, and there's not any fallouts, but it's not as pigmented, so I had to reapply like 3 or 4 times. As I was showing you here that I was using 2 different brushes, I don't want you guys to think that I was using the same brushes for different eyeshadows. So that's all I was doing here. Alright guys, so I cleaned out with my concealer around my eyes, and the other side as well. But I used the Fit Me in the low end and the NARS concealer in my high end. Alright guys, so I'm using the Pearl for like the inner corner of my eyes, but to be honest, at the end I put a little bit of my ColourPop because the ColourPop was popping more. So I cheated a little bit because the MAC wasn't doing what I wanted it to do. Now I know that MAC has a eyeshadow that is kind of like silvery, just like the ColourPop, but I could not find it, so I cheated and put some ColourPop on my low end and in my high end. I'm sorry, my high end. Alright guys, this is just a synthetic brush. I needed to soften my liner on the bottom. It boggles my mind how the Laura Geller and the Kiko are so similar. Is amazing. Alright guys, so I hope that you guys enjoyed it and you guys can realize that you can duplicate a high-end look with low-end makeup and you do not have to break your bank. So yeah, if you guys liked this video, please thumbs it up, please comment, and please subscribe guys for more videos. Thank you so much guys.